Alrighty, this task is for a list. This particular list is 5,000. What we want to do is we're going to sort this list down to a very small amount. And what we're going to do here is we have a list of homeowners that do not live in their houses. But what we want to do is this is the actual site, the house addressed as it's located, and this is the mailing address. Now we're going to sort ascending by the mailing address. Okay, and we're going to get that down in this order. I think this is probably going to be the easiest way. And what we want to do is we want to look for, we can either do it by family, the last name, or we can do it by the mail address. Either one will work, whatever works good for you. Maybe this particular one with these numbers might be best to do it by the last name because that'll have businesses too if they're an LLC. But what we want to do for this particular list and sorting is I want to find all the names or all the individuals on here that have 4 or more properties, so 4 or more site addresses that are different than each other or not together. And for an example of that is here is Keystone Investment Holdings. As you can see, they're all on 6th Street, exception of Vine. They're all on 6th Street here. So chances are this is a condo complex, and we're not going to be marketing to this condo complex, so this one would not meet our criteria. But let's take one that does here, where, let's see, let's go down. Here's one right here, Fooch Investments, LLC. Now, there are more than 4. There's 2, 3, 4, 5. So they're all going to the same address. So there's 5 of them. And for the most part, these ones are pretty close right here. But these ones here are different, and that one is different. So that's going to be one we're going to select. Okay, so let's come down a little further, see what else we can find. There's Keystone. Here's one with 3. We need to have 4. Here's a Tucker with 4 properties. Now this particular one, Tucker, all their properties are right here on Madux Drive, with the exception of that one. This one, we'll go ahead and mark it to them because they are 2 things. They're out of town over here in California, not Nevada. And then these addresses here are far enough apart where we'll go ahead and mark it to them. Scroll on down, see what else we can find for examples here. Here's a Rao. Okay, now this individual definitely has some different properties, so they would be one that we would keep on our list. So once we have those, what we can do on this list is let's just go ahead and basically come on down, and we're going to start eliminating any of those, hang with me here, eliminate any of the homeowners that do not have the 4 or more. So as we just go down through the list, let's make sure we're not getting any here. Keep on going. Let's get down. There's a Wingard. Okay, this Wingard on St. James Place here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like they're on different ones. So we're going to basically delete everything above that. Okay. And then there's our Wingard. Okay, so then we're going to start right here. We're going to leave all those Wingards up there just so we know that it's 4. We'll come down to, let's see, Wingard. We're going to come down to Fooch Investments. Let's delete those rows. Now we have our Fooch. So let's keep coming on down here to our next 4. Keep an eye on the addresses too, because every now and again, just like what I just came across here, let's go ahead and delete those. If you look at all these addresses right here, they're all the same. Sierra Nevada Trust, 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 Trust. Okay, so this looks like possibly another one we should market to. So let's go ahead and keep those. So we need to keep an eye on not only the address, but also the last name, because every now and again, here's another one. See how they're all going to the same address. So we're going to go ahead and save those guys because they obviously are either managing property for somebody else, so they might be in the market to be buying more, is what we are looking for. So let's delete those. Okay, so once we get down, and here's one, for example, that we are not going to want because they're all on 6th Street here, and that chances are these are condos, and we don't want to market to these people because it's probably just an investment company that's still holding a bunch of condos through development. But as you can see, we have these. So once we get all of these sorted to where we have these individuals that have multiple properties, we're going to come back through our list, okay? And because we're going to merge this into our letter, what we want to do is basically get this down to one individual up here. So Christy Wingward, Craig and Christy Wingard, we only want one name up there because we're going to merge that back in. So these other three, we'll go ahead and delete those. But we want to complete going through the whole list before we come back up and delete those. So as we go down through our list, let's keep on it going here. Let's make sure the addresses are good. There's a Plate Mesa Drive. Let's undo that one. Keep coming down. Plate Mesa, they got 3. We want a little more than 3. Get rid of all those. Let's come down to our next one. As multiple. There's an 1100 Virginia. Federal National Mortgage. We don't want any banks or mortgage companies. They're not going to meet. Here's Regional Transportation Committee. Washoe County. Let's stay away from them. Keep coming down. There's an Alpine Circle with only 3. There's another 3. Here's a Dorchester. Okay, so let's go ahead and delete those. And there's our Dorchester, 4 of those. So what we'll do is once we got all that done, we're basically going to come back in for like St. James. We're going to get rid of those 3. So we only have one name up there. Okay, we only want to send out one letter, and being we're merging this, we only want this one letter to merge. We don't want to have 4 letters going to the same person. So same with Fooch Investments. We're going to go ahead and eliminate those like that. And there's our one Fooch Investments. Same with these individuals. Let's just go ahead and do one. Even though all the names are a little bit different, it's going to go to the same place. So let's just go like this. We'll delete those. Again here. We'll delete that so we have 1. And same with Dorchester. Let's see, right there. And delete that one. So basically these ones are complete up here. We have the Wingard, the Fooch, the Paschal, that Living Trust. But basically there's our 5. So you can see what we want to get. So we're going to send letters to these individuals is what we're going to do, and we're going to merge them. So go down through the remaining list, like Obar would be the next one down here. Looks like they have several properties. Go ahead and go down through the list, the 5,000. We'll hopefully eliminate them down to about 100, maybe less, and we'll mark it from there. So once that's completed, we'll can do 2 ways. We'll either be emailing the list back to myself, or if we're able to get Dropbox set up, we can do it that way too. And that concludes this training for sorting this list.